The global plan for New Decade of Action on Road Safety calls for attention to be paid for the safety of children to reduce road accident-related deaths. Road accident-related injuries affect children globally, but affects developing countries more. In Nigeria, the situation is no different, as children are on the road daily, going to school, crossing the road, running errands, or just playing by the roadside. Their safety is constantly jeopardized. Should this be? The program is Road Matters. I am Fatima Umar. On this episode of the program, safer roads will be the focus. For starters, we go on the road to Port Harcourt, Rivers State, the Garden City, with Francis and Son as our eye.
Road safety in our Nigerian roads over the years have been an issue to reckon with due to several reports of occurrence of accidents as a result of recklessness and faulty processes. Some of our children hardly comply with road safety standards and regulations. So today we are in the streets of Port Harcourt to ascertain the level of compliance when it comes to road safety standards, especially when it has to do with our kids. However, the good news is that some citizens in Port Harcourt take it as a point of responsibility to ensure that our kids are safe on the streets.
All right, actually, I do it every day. My kids are actually close around 2:30, so this is the actual time to pick them back from school. And I always make sure they are safety conscious, not staying at my back, just like I told my daughter to come to the front. She should not start my back. That's it. Because if anything should happen to them, I don't know how it will be of me. So thank you.
In our own capacity as a national union that operate in this vicinity, due to the road, the new bridge that is very close to us here, what we usually do, we have personnel, 2 or 3 of them every morning. When there is rushing hour, those early morning when workers are going to work and when children are going to school, and at the afternoon time, before we normally close, we have people that normally mount our front here so that they can stop vehicle from coming for people to cross, mostly the disabled people, because due to the plans of the bridge, the government didn't fashion any way out like that for them. Though we are still making requests for them to see what they can do from under that bridge, from that place that they can do pedestrian, that children can easily cross. And that zebra line too, we are working on it with the Ministry of Urban Planning. So we are still on it. We want them to do something of those zebra planning between here and the first gate and the second gate here. Every morning we mount people there to stop people for a vehicle so that people can cross and when they are coming back. That is our own little effort that we have made.
We are in the streets of Port Harcourt, in the GRA axis, to ascertain the level of compliance to road safety standards.
My kids don't cross the road on their own, and we make sure we use the pedestrian when we are crossing. And you can see, I'm holding him in my arm, so that when we want to cross, I make sure we cross together. I will not let him, because the roads, they are not safe. Parents shouldn't leave their wards and their children at school. Once the school is over, they should be guided. At least somebody, an elderly person, should take them home, and don't let them run around. As I said, the roads are not safe at all for our children, even for us.
For road safety standards to be followed at all levels, it is expected that the citizens of Port Harcourt should go a long way to build a significant relationship with constituted authorities in driving the process of safeguarding our lives on our streets and roads. Well, that's it from Port Harcourt. Over to Fatima for the rest of the program.
Keeping the roads safe for the children should be a priority for all. Now to Kano State, the center of commerce, with roads filled with movements of children mixing with vehicles and tricycles. Abubakar Amasayo goes on the road to enlighten us more. Abubakar, what's the situation there?
This is Hadeja Road, one of the busiest streets in Kano City. As you can hear, pedestrians find it very difficult to cross the roads because of the speedy nature of the vehicles. What more of children that are on daily basis to cross this road to go to school?
For years, it has been a great source of concern for parents in the cities to ensure the safety of their children to and from school. Mostly, low and middle class citizens have the fear that the exposure of their children on the roads constitute a lot of danger.
Many a times, if I'm at the main road, I observe these children, they want to cross. You will see that the motorists, instead of them to slow down, they will not slow down and allow these children to cross over. He will rush towards these children, and these children, they have no option than to reverse back.
In cities and on the highways, it has been an experience that vehicles always overspeed.
The main aim of that zebra crossing is for pedestrians to use it when crossing. And the rules of the game is this: drivers are supposed to know, the pedestrians are supposed to know, whenever you step on a zebra crossing, any driver that comes closer, the pedestrian has a right of way, and he uses the road to cross safely. Vehicle will stop for him or will stop for her to cross the road safely. And in the event of a crash, somebody came and hit a pedestrian or a school children crossing on that zebra crossing. That person that hit the person or that crashed the person is liable to be charged to court.
Observation shows that in the morning hours when children are rushing to school, there are a lot of instances of the need to cross the roads. In some cases, children are seen crossing roads on their own. People are of the opinion that pedestrians need to assist children when crossing the roads.
Another thing I observe also, you will see that an adult, a mother, or a father, or a matured adult standing with these children beside the roads, and they know that these children, they want to cross. Do you know the funniest thing? These adults will just cross and leave these children alone.
Gaskiya yara suna tsintar kansu akan yanayi na tsallaka titi idan suka fito wani lokacin akan samu tsaro 'yan hizba suna tsaya su tsallakar da mutane. To akwai kuma lokacin da in aka zo 'yan hizban ba sa nan, to ga titi ya zama babba ko ina mota wani ba sa tsayawa za su shatato su taho da gudu. Yara in suka zo gaskiya suna samun hatsari sosai sakamakon ana ma bige su.
You will see a person, you will come trying to cross the road and the children are there, but they will not matter. They will just go ahead and cross, leaving the children. This is not supposed to be. It is a social responsibility on every individual to see the safety of each and every person, especially children and the disabled.
One area of danger is the way other children are observed playing on the street, oblivious to any danger. It is also observed that lack of traffic light in some places create more chances of overspeeding. Although pedestrian bridges help greatly, many users are reluctant to use them and prefer to cross the busy road.
Now back to Fatima in our studio for the continuation of the road matters.
In a country where sometimes children have to walk on busy roads to school, road safety regulations and enforcement should be highly improved. Next, we go on the road with Diola Ogundele in Ibadan, Oyo State, the Pacesetter State.
No doubt, safer streets motivates individuals to participate at the most fundamental level of the developmental process to create a community that reflects the standards and the moral of the residents. This, to a large extent, empowers citizens to create a nuisance-free environment.
Ensuring safer streets includes designing, planning, and building of infrastructures, putting the interest of the users in mind. States are given the priority and flexibility to decide what a complete street must look like in their state. Building streets that accommodate everyone means government doesn't have to go back and retrofit streets and commercial areas later. Creating safer streets is a critical responsibility shared by designers, engineers, regulators, and civil leaders.
The law empowers us to educate the general public on the proper use of the highway. So this we do on daily basis. We go out for public enlightenment. We have the church advocacy and the mosque advocacy, where we visit the churches and the mosques on Sunday and on Fridays respectively. We also have a institution where we go to schools, that's the Road Safety Club, trying to catch them young on what to do to ensure that our roads are safe. And so we have the road safety clubs, which involve students of primary school, secondary school, and of course, NYSC core members. We do not stop there. We organize town hall meetings. We meet with traditional rulers so we can actually get to the roots in talking to every citizen, especially of Oyo State where we work, to ensure that the roads are kept free. We do everything possible to ensure that our roads are safe.
Even in the cities with best safety records, the risk of traffic violence makes movements around the city a potentially dangerous daily activities.
Yeah, as the user of the road is to keep the rules and the regulation of the roads. That's how we make the roads to safe and accident-free and all that. In as long as we can keep the road, the rules and the regulations, so there is no big deal about it.
I think the road is better now than before. But the only thing for the Oyo State government just to help us and control all these Okada people, they're the one giving us problem on the road. It's everywhere. You can ask anybody. You people can see your phones now. When you want to cross like this, you need to come and see how they used to abuse all the drivers. No
Okay.
problem, at least for now.
Studies have shown that most traffic deaths, especially the easily preventable pedestrian deaths, occur on a small percentage of arterial streets. These streets are rendered dangerous by design. They contain the following features: wide streets that invite speeding and lack safe crossing, highway-like surface streets where motorists and public transport passengers are at risk from high speeding differentials, and where sidewalks are missing or substandard. The combination of high traffic speeds, long crossing, and large distance between marked crossings makes them fatal corridors for vulnerable users.
You must make sure that you have good roads. What I mean by good roads, good roads combine many things. If the roads are well tarred, you must make sure we place signs there. Because at times, some people, when they are traveling or they are going on the road, they might not know whether there is a corner somewhere or there is a pothole somewhere, or where they're supposed to stop. So by the time we have good roads and we are able to put all the signs there, it means that whenever you want to make a corner, you make sure that you slow before you pass through the road. At the same time, our drivers need to be trained very well. Some people are getting their driver's license outside the training. They are not going for training at all. So some don't know the signs. Even if the signs are put on the roads, they don't know the signs. So it means that the training and training should be given to the drivers throughout the nation to make sure that every one of them knows the signs on the road.
Everyone is enjoined to do their bit, as government should not be left alone to ensure safety on our roads.
Everyone has a part to play on the road. As an adult, you can control the way you use the road. For the younger ones, they need guidance on how to use the road properly. They need active supervision while on the road. As a guardian, it starts with you. Everyone and anyone can lend a hand.
Please slow down. Please save kids' lives.
Your world will learn by watching you. Never allow them to go on the road alone, on errands that involve crossing the road, and teach them to always use the pedestrian bridge. The roads can be safe if we all play our part. This concludes the episode this week. Do send a mail to roadmatters@nta.ng. We appreciate the feedback. Until the next episode, I am Fatima Umar. As you stay safe as you go on the road, do educate your ward on safety as they use the road. Bye-bye.
Gracias.